Instagram stories are the easiest way to sell if you do them right. But most people, they post random stories with no strategy, no CTA, and no results. Today, I'm giving you my exact Instagram story sequence that I use to turn views into sales effortlessly without sounding salesy. I'll break down the exact framework I'll use, and by the end of this video, you will have exactly what to do in your stories and start making those sales from just story views. Let's go.
All right, let's get started with selling on stories. It's interesting because I asked in my broadcast channel what help do people need when it comes to Instagram stories, and most of the responses were selling on stories. That is when I looked at my statistics and I saw that I make 50% of my sales from stories. So if I'm making $1,000 a day, I'm making about $500 from my stories, which is insane if you think about it. A feature where you can be so random, you can be so yourself, you don't have to worry about hooks, you don't have to worry about scripting, dressing up for that matter, and that makes you 50% of your daily revenue. How cool is that? So I'm going to share a sequence that I have of course learned from my experience from a lot of sources, which is selling on stories. And here's the takeaway. It could be boring for you, but here's the takeaway, that you don't necessarily need to sell on stories all the time. Sometimes you sell directly, you pitch directly, and sometimes you do this very calmly, very softly, and you don't pitch at all. So I'm going to give you a 7-day sequence. I'm also going to give you a whole checklist of this 7 days so that you have that document handy. I'm going to link it in the description, but let's go. Selling on stories. How incredible it is to have a platform where you can be yourself 100% and you still make the sales. That is what we are going to learn today. 7 days, 7 pieces of content specifically for Instagram stories. Day 1, which I'm guessing is Monday. So here's a tip that I'm going to give you. Please take a break at least for a day. You can still post the story. You can share the behind the scenes. You can share what you're doing. You don't necessarily have to keep pitching every single day. If you do that, that's your choice, but you can take a full break. And this is the thing that is working on Instagram right now. If you fully reset your stories, it is working very, very well. I'm going to show you in a moment. So there's Monday. If you think about it, we're going to talk about human psychology a lot here, okay? Because your content works very differently than your stories, right? So we're going to talk about psychologies of people watching random content. Now, people are only going to take the effort of watching your story if they really are interested in watching what you have to say, what you have to share. But Monday is usually the busiest day for people, whether they are students, whether they're 9-to-5ers, or in general also. There's been this conditioning and wiring that Monday is like the busiest day of the week. So on the busiest day of the week, if you just directly go ahead and go start pitching, I'm pretty sure it might not end well. Right? People think that Monday is the day people usually are reminded that, oh my God, it's Monday, I need to change my life. So let's pitch our courses, let's pitch our sales. But think about it. If someone's already feeling bad about it and you make them feel even worse, not good for your personal brand. So Monday, here's what I'm going to recommend that you do. You can post a question sticker. If people are already frustrated with where they are right now, they want to change their life. If someone makes them feel heard and seen, what's better than that? So on Monday, you post a question sticker. Now this is very great because when you post a question stickers, you also get a lot of content ideas, if you think about it, because now you know exactly what that person is asking for. And I'm pretty sure there are going to be questions that are going to come from multiple different sources, but it's going to be the same question. Okay, so a question sticker, and you simply answer that question sticker. Indirectly pitch your product wherever you can, not everywhere. So if someone says, hey, I'm a complete beginner, I don't know where to start, and you suddenly go and pitch your product, instead you can pitch a free resource there, because they're coming from the perspective of being overwhelmed. They're just not ready to invest in your product right now. Somebody who's probably ready to invest in your product right now would ask a question like, oh, is your product going to help me with this particular scenario? If that's a yes, pitch in your product. But if that's a no, please politely, not right now, maybe in the future, or whatever your answer is. You get my point? If someone's just asking, I'm a beginner, and you can see the complexity that they are confused, they're overwhelmed, they don't know what to do, please don't pitch in your product. Instead, pitch your free resource. So Monday is a question sticker and you answer 7 to 10 questions. Don't answer a lot. Answer as many as you want. Don't take this as recommendation or don't answer a lot. Answer as many as you want. My point is that don't overwhelm yourself. It's the start of the week for you as well. And just, comprehend everything. Take a look at all of the questions that are repeated, answer one of them, and that's how you can answer 7 to 10 questions. At the end of Monday, after you've answered all of those questions, you can post a story saying it was a great session, I plan on doing it more and more, and then say a thank you note, give action, CTAs to your products, paid products or free resources, whatever you want to do. So Monday is kind of your lead gen day. Okay. Towards the end of this video, I'm also going to explain exactly what's working on Instagram right now, and it has worked massively for me. It gives me like multiple 5 figures in story views, which is great because the more views you have, the more traffic you have, the more conversion you have. So stick around till the end. I'm going to show you exactly what's working on Instagram in 2025. That's Monday. That's your lead gen day. Tuesday. Now this is a flow that I'm going to teach you specifically for Tuesday, but this works very well in general. Right now with Instagram, you don't have to post stories every single moment and stay visible. A lot of people confuse staying visible with posting more. That's not the truth. You can have a simple framework of, let's say, a good morning. Yesterday's Q&A session was great. I'm planning a lot of stuff today. Good morning. You basically greet people. The second or the third story is your result, your testimonials, your students' testimonials, a feedback, a new process, anything that is particularly about your product, and all the positive reinforcement for buying your product. So any testimonials from your students, any small wins that you have, anything that makes you feel grateful and blessed because of your product or is a direct reflection of the value your product holds, that. So product value, I'm going to say, and then the product CTA. So that's your second story. The third story can be BTS of you working. If you're working in a 9 to 5, you're a student, or you're fully working on your business, it can be a BTS of it. And this framework actually works for any day for that matter. BTS, and then later in the night you can share a simple thing. So for example, I like to read, my audience knows I like to read, so by the end of the day I will post a screenshot of my Kindle, a photo of my Kindle with a good line, and sometimes I don't even write anything on the screen because people want to read the words. They'll read the words, and that's it. It's a very soft CTA of, hey, this is something that is a part of my daily routine. So that is something that you can do. Wednesday, post one story, and you can juggle the days, by the way, okay? Post one story plus one CTA. If you're not using auto DMs, I can't tell you that they are God sent. They increase your story views like anything. So you post a story and you say reply with whatever CTA. You can use mini chat or you can use super profile, whichever one you like. I'm experimenting with super profile. I've been using mini chat for a lot of times. I link both in the description. Reply with your CTA. So whatever your CTA is, and that's it. Okay, you want to post more? Like I said, the Tuesday framework works for any day. Like I said, you can do that. But if you want to post more, just do that. Give yourself a break. Like I said, visibility doesn't mean posting more. Okay, this is going to give you the visibility. Thursday, again, you can repeat the Tuesday version of it, and you can again create a lead gen system. So what you can do is one story that has a good free resource, and it's not a generic free resource. It's not the basic lead magnet or the basic freebie that you have, the ebook, the guide, the mini course. No, this is a new resource, and bonus points if this is a resource which is an answer to one of the questions. So this shows that you really took questions seriously. This shows that, okay, this is awesome, or something like that. Or she really, so that one person who saw that, okay, she answered my question. Not only she answered my question, she created an entire resource for me, and everybody's going to love it, because when resources come from the need and want from people, they go mega viral. There's no secret sauce to going viral than listening to your people. Your product will go viral, your business will go viral, you will go viral, and your content will go viral if you're answering people's questions and actually giving them what they want to see. That's the secret sauce. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to share one story plus the freebie. Bonus points if this freebie is not your regular freebie. Bonus points if this freebie is exactly the answer to one of the questions from your question sticker. Initially, I get this a lot, but initially when you are new, not a lot of people are asking questions. So that to trigger them, you can put in your own questions in the question stickers. I know this is the kind of hack or a trick that a lot of people will not tell you, but let me tell you, everyone does it. And it's okay. If you are someone, let's say one of my students is an affiliate marketing coach, right? So if she's an affiliate marketing coach, she just started out, 20 followers. People don't want to take the first step. People don't want to be seen desperate, even though it is not being desperate. Is this something that you're asking, a question that you really want to ask? You can ask a simple question. Hey, when did you get started and what was your journey? And in the next story you answer. Once you break that ice, people are going to ask the question. So this is the tip that I can give you now. Friday, again, the Tuesday framework. Okay, soft selling. And then Friday is equal to Tuesday. Okay, not a lot of space left. I'm going to write this all down again. Saturday is hard selling. Saturday is hard selling, and the framework that you can use is, this is something that I use my reels also, hook plus CTA. Oh my god, hook. I'm going to change all of this. Yep, let's do that. Wednesday is one story plus keyword, and then Thursday is Tuesday framework. Friday is hard selling. The bonus point was, again, if it is the answer to the question, like I said, Friday is hard selling, which is a product link, and you share it with a series of 5 to 6 slides. 5 to 6 slides. First slide is addressing a pain point for people or a desire. So for example, for me, I'm in the making money online space, so that's the example that I'm sharing. Imagine if you could wake up with, imagine if you could make money in your sleep, and then the second slide says, this is what I've been doing, or the second slide introduces you. Okay, so you make a pain point, and the second slide is intro. Hi, I'm Paridhi, and this is what I help people with. Once you help people with, this is what you're going to do. And then after the intro, the third slide is, this is how I can help you. So it can be your offer, and it can be your paid product. It ideally should be your paid product if you're doing the hard selling. Please take the guilt out of selling. It is like one of the greatest virtues and greatest skills that you can have if you can literally sell something, people. I just want to make sure that you have products that you're super proud of, and you have products that you genuinely help people with. If you're still waiting, you've not created your product, I'm going to list my 48-hour challenge in the description. It has all the details for you, and you can get started in less than a weekend, which is, I think, is so amazing. Plus, if you want to learn all of the social media strategies like this one, I have my course and community, The Low Ticket Life, where we teach people how to make bank with low ticket digital products. So you don't have to sell thousands of dollars worth of products. You can literally sell a $37 product. My 48-hour challenge is $48, and you can still make bank with those products, along with weekly Q&A and so many periodic content masterclasses. You're going to love that community. It also comes with master resale rights, by the way, which I think is a mega bonus. But yeah, like I was saying, so one pain point or a desire, then you introduce yourself and how you help them, and then you present your CTA. So if you can convert, so this is a 3-slider framework. If you can convert it in 5 to 6 slides, in one slide you share your student testimonials, maybe your personal results, anything like that, or a 3-part framework works equally well. Okay, so this is your product. Saturday, for me, Saturday, Sunday are usually my free will. I share a lot of behind the scenes. I don't look at Saturday, Sundays as selling. And I've seen that when I don't sell a lot, I actually make the most sales, because people want to feel connected. They've seen me entire week and they want to feel connected. But here's what I do. On every day, I have a soft selling CTA. Even if you don't have a direct CTA on all of the stories, in one of the stories I will have a CTA, because at the end of the day, I am a business, and this is something that I'm going to recommend to you as well. You are a personal brand, I get it. You want to connect with people, I get it. But you are a business. Please promote your business without guilt. Nobody is questioning you for it, okay? It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be amazing. Sunday for me is a reset day. It's a full reset. If I want to post a story, I post it. If I don't want to post the story, I don't post it. And if I do post a story, I use the Wednesday sequence, which is one story with a CTA, which is an auto DM that booms my views like anything, and that's it. So this is your 7-day framework. You don't have to robotically follow this framework, but this has worked massively well for me, and I want to share it with you. Like I said, I'm also going to share this exact checklist in the description, so make sure you have the document with you handy. Now what I was going to teach you is what is working on Instagram right now. What's working on Instagram right now is simple. The less you post but more valuable things you post, the more visible you are, which is crazy because Instagram stories always used to be that personal edge of connection. But what we are seeing right now is that if you pair one story with a strong CTA, it gets more views. It gets more views for some reason. Because here's the thing, if people are interacting with your content in your story and your page in general, you're going to get more visibility. Obviously, it will be shown to more people, and that is what is happening with stories right now. So I post one story and I post one CTA. Sometimes that CTA is of my paid product, and sometimes that CTA is of my freebies. And here's also the thing, I have seen that there's a certain sense of exhaustion if I share the same freebie, okay, if I share the same keyword. So what I'll do is I'll cleverly add multiple keywords. So right now for my 48-hour challenge, if you ever go to my Instagram stories, if you type in weekend, because I teach you how to create products in less than a weekend, or you type in passive, and I juggle between the two. For my freebies, I have a lot of freebies. I don't have just one freebie. I have every single thing I'm learning and experiment with. The next day I share it as my freebie so that people can learn from it. I think it's such a great way to let people in your journey while you make your customers, while you gain your trust, and while you create the leads for your business. So that's what I've been doing. That's what I recommend. I don't think you should share the same freebie over and over again. Just create simple freebies. Maybe in a week, not if not in a day, maybe in a month. But the more new free stuff you share, and the more free stuff you share, you will actually end up getting more customers. I know it's bonkers, but it works. So this has been working for me. Like I said, I'm going to share the entire checklist for you. And if you want to see my story framework work on my Instagram stories, follow me on Instagram. I'll show you exactly what I do. This has been working massively well for me, and I'll see you in the next video.
That's it. This story sequence works because it is strategic, not random. Go try it out for yourself and let me know in the comments which sequence worked the best for you. And if you want more Instagram sales strategies like this one and exactly how I created my multiple 6-figure business solely from Instagram, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon. I will see you in the next one.